account, and that person is also in charge of the section where they cater for vulnerable persons. We are going to be taking a look at that, the suspension, the controversy, what led to that, at what point should a minister begin to transfer money to private accounts. Is it even okay for that to happen, despite the fact that it's maybe for a greater cause? And to discuss this with me, I have our own very Garus Kololo. He is here. He is an APC chieftain. That's what I always call him. And I'm sure that he's going to do justice. Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much.
So we saw quick action yesterday. The president suspended the humanitarian minister. I'm sure you'll have something to say about that.
Before the suspend, I have make a press conference that president should suspend her. Because when I saw it, I feel very shocked. And somebody who is just appointed after 6 months, and this type of scandal happened. And if you want to be justice, you must have suspend the person in person so that EFCC can do their proper investigation. So that he will not tell people he is having a meeting in the office or he have somewhere engagement in the state. He will only face the focus. And you can see, since the creation of that humanitarian during President Muhammadu Buhari, even the former minister, she is still on grounded on EFCC. Sadia
Yes,
Umar.
yeah, she was there yesterday.
So you can watch as if that ministry, as if something is wrong somewhere. First minister have a problem. Second minister has a problem. So, and then they only pointing a woman. And there's some more time you people will say woman gender. So we don't know where this gender is coming from.
Now that you have come to that level, talking about my gender, women gender, little time we'll say women gender, yes. But some persons are already saying that this could be orchestrated by your gender.
No, but the point is, this is what happened. There is no way you will carry a public money, pay it to a private account. That person you paid, and then I am seeing, though I didn't meet with her one-on-one, but I've seen people on social media saying that the money is for Ogun, Lagos, Cross River, Akwa Ibom. Why you not pay the money direct to the account of those people? Because the money meant for
vulnerable persons.
Is a minister of interior and poverty alleviation. So that money should go for a poor people, not somebody who's working in the office. You pay 585 billion and you are telling people
million,
and then you are saying the money, even if they give you 85 million, you tomorrow morning they will call you, say switch off. You will look somewhere to go now. So the thing is, in fact, I'm not happy with it.
But now the question is that the money wasn't really transferred. Actually. The order was given. She gave the order, but the money was not paid. Now the thing is that why the suspension?
Why must he order on that money?
The money has not been taken.
Yes, and then why must he even on the first place give to the order? And who is the person of that account? And whom the number of people who would benefit from that money? They are from where? And which state? And what are they going to? Is it 3 naira? Is it 5 naira? Or you just pay the money to that person to go? No, there's a mansion I saw in Kalba, which I have it here. Within the 3 months, which she buy. A mansion. In estate. I have it here.
Do not forget that do not forget that she was a public officer.
This
thing was a commissioner one time.
This thing is purchased within the 2 months. The thing was, they buy that house on November. Not why she was a commissioner of health in Cross River. I know why she was a commissioner of health now. And I know how we are campaigning. We campaign together. We are also with the president, with her, and everywhere we are going. Quite sure she campaigned. She was a former woman leader. I'm not saying anything against her, but the point is, she is not, look, if we want to put a stop to this thing, okay, look at now. Anyefele, who many people lost their life. Yesterday, a court gave directive they should not arrest him again. They should not investigate him. But when somebody steal a goat, court will go and jail him. Somebody carry a billion, court will give directive they should not investigate him. What court are we running in the country on the first place, man? Me, I committed an offense on billion. They say Gololo should not investigate it. But a poor man just carry a goat today, he will go prison tomorrow.
Yeah, because the poor man doesn't have a lawyer.
The lawyer will just make this in. The court have to stand by us. I happy EFCC said they want to appeal this, and happy the person they put an EFCC chairman is doing his good job. Let him continue. He's not the only minister. Let him dig under. Look, all those ministers that left from the previous government, it's only one minister me I can swear for. That's the former minister of the FCT, Bello. He did not work, he didn't collect money, he returned money. But all other ones, all I put it to all of them. Because first I don't care, but let us where is the project they make no project.
Now let's come back to the issue. Let's come back to the issue. She has been suspended. A minister has been suspended. So is this something that because some persons will say, okay, fine, she has not been, like I said, the money has not been transferred. So hence why the suspension, which you said it's in order. So how will you describe this? Is this something that we should be saying, anything that happened to the person should be suspended?
Apart from her, you know, there's another director who got suspended yesterday.
Yes.
2 directors, and that is how we will do it. If you have any problem, I like if it is previous one, during President Barry, that minister for no go. Because Mama Dora will just call Otunde, the suspension will not go. Therefore, not, how many ministers Barry suspend? All the money they invest will not suspend anybody. I like the
how many had this kind of scandal?
Yeah, many of them will bring them out. Tell the public, publish them, but they are not taken out. But one, I am happy as the president did, and I like President Tinubu and his job. I wish him long life. Any minister, even if you have the one they give me appointment today, I go to come first. I should go Kuje. You bring bread for me so that I will learn a lesson, and other people will learn a lesson.
But is there anything in public service that stopped a minister from making such transfer to any account?
Yes, I happen to be with as a military officer. Look, in any fund, before you send, let's say you are a CEO of a unit, finance officer is there, who is the one who is making all transition. You have nothing to do. As a minister, permanent secretary is the person who has everything to do with money. Not her by herself. Her own is just to prove.
And that was what she did. She approved.
So when he proved, who is the position of the proof? And why must you prove it? Because if say she proved it directly with procurement rule, PAMSEC matters go and explain and director of procurement for that ministry. Not her herself at all. She must not have anything to involve. Because the PAMSEC is there and the procurement director is there. That is their duty. The transfer she make is maybe there's something transfer they make in POS. You will see when you put they say prove no approve. So as he do is not approved, but she by herself. Maybe there's something wrong, but it's good. Let the EFCC go ahead, investigate her, and tell the public this is the investigation and this is what they found. If they find her guilty, fine. Let her face the music. If they find her not guilty, fine.
But can this be excused based on the fact that because she's just new in the office?
When you are new in the office and you committed an offense, you know, by hurting her now, I happened to be yesterday on the field. If you see all the ministers, it is like rainfall and beat all of them because, you know, when rain build chicken, you will see the way the chicken it is, you will relax. They relax completely. Everybody is weak because they know this person is fire for fire. If you have any problem and you cannot be able to, the money is for the masses. The man is a Democrat. It's the first time we carry a person who is a Democrat to be a president, apart from Jonathan. Because Buhari is a military like me, Oga Obasanjo, all of those ones, they are military. Eradua doesn't stay long. We must have enjoyed that dividend of democracy. But I'm sure with this one, we'll enjoy the dividend of democracy and people will sit up to their duty. And then public fund must be risked for somebody to touch it. It will teach us a lesson.
This humanitarian ministry has been engulfed in several controversies. Some months back, there was a bill in the National Assembly that the NSIP, the NPower, the Anchor Borrowers, and one other agency should be moved to the presidency. What do you have to say?
That ministry should be scrapped or let it be under the ministry, because the point is,
why?
Okay, those one in power, how many of them have the money? During that COVID-19, they said there's a school feeding. Whom are they feeding? Where are the people they feed? Look, let us not deceive ourselves.
So are you saying it will be more functional if it's directly under the presidency?
Yes, it will be more functional, and then they give it executive director who is combatant and honest. If he fuck up, they remove him again. I don't see. Look, during that COVID-19, when we were in COVID-19, the chairman of the COVID-19, the former secretary to the government, was Mustafa. Yeah. You know what happened? I wrote a letter to Senate that time, 9 and they comply with the letter. They call him to ask, because I asked, where is that our donors and how much they donate to Nigeria? How much do we spend? What is our balance remain? We have problem that time. I say I don't care. I've never gone to your office to beg anything. Me, I don't go to somebody's office beg anything. God can make it and made it for me. I don't go say I'm writing papers. I will see private secretary. I want to get a contract. The man tells Senate that the money they get, after they finish, they give it to Accountant General and he return it to Central Bank. Accountant General enter problem. And if they enter problem, they should call him also, that former chairman of presidential COVID-19, was Mustafa, to explain that money. How do they spend it? Let us have a private audit to audit those people. Let them go for audit.
Okay, that particular lesson was also under presidency, right?
Yes, it's under presidency.
And then time. You are still complaining about. So what guarantee do we have that when this one goes under the presidency?
It will be monitored, not under, because already the 2 ministers have failed. Sadia is there before EFCC. The new minister is before EFCC. So, whom are we going to appoint now to hold that ministry?
Not guilty yet.
You're not guilty, but already when they accuse you of... Me, if I'm the person, I swear to God, from that accusation, I must resign. I will just write a paper and resign.
You would?
I will resign. Look at finance minister now that time. She go. That is more. That is to show you have dignity and you have respect and you have integrity. There's no way when you don't have integrity, you can just stand and make. If you don't have integrity, I cannot come to this television and make noise. Maybe when you call me and say hello, hey, maybe I'm SOI because I'm dodging. So why are we confusing ourselves? Let us bring people on, and that ministry should be not only that ministry, all the ministry president should organize a private audit. Let them audit. Let the poor people know. Somebody to buy a food. Guinea corn, you know what is the bag of Guinea corn is about 60,000.
But it is not the fault of it is not the fault of a humanitarian ministry that people are now buying foodstuff.
They say poor party allegation. Poor party allegation.
You and I know that this.
They should give those poor the money.
You and I know that this hike in prices of food and commodities and services started after the removal of the fuel subsidy.
That's what I'm saying.
So it is not...
The removal of the fuel subsidy by the president is to make the masses to happy.
How are the masses happy?
Fine.
Can you say the masses are happy?
That's why they created that ministry in a poor party, disaster, humanitarian and poor party allegation. So those allegations, since they come, how many people benefit from this thing? How many? Are they 100, 300, 400, and from which state? Since they formed that ministry, how many people will benefit from that ministry? And then how many people have disaster? Even market bond, they pay them compensation. How many of them? What are we talking about? We should not confuse ourselves. They formed that ministry to assist me and you and to assist the poor people.
No.
And we are suffering more.
I am not part of that.
Me and part.
I have not received anything. I have not seen anything.
But you are mock.
No. I am
they
not.
They say
the
poor party allegation and disaster management.
Exactly.
If you have a house
it has
now,
not come to me.
If you have a house now, anything happen, disaster, they have to pay compensation.
It has not come to me because when you ask, they'll say it's for the poorest of the poor. It's for the most vulnerable.
So who are those poorest to poor?
That is the question I want to ask because you are part of the system. What is the criteria? What is the criteria for measuring who is the poorest of the how do we come about the poorest of the poorest?
A president asked one time, you said those people who are poorest of the poor, what are they achieving? Because it's for the masses. I tell president, I say, Your Excellency, those poor people, we don't follow another road, because when you follow another road, they will carry stone. They will also say you can see prison and we are still suffering. Oh, look at those poor to the poor. They still continue because they have not achieved anything. Nothing they achieve so far, nothing, because the thing relief to them is not for the people. There's people who are, there's a fat poor and non-poor. The money is released for individual, not for those poorest to poor.
Okay, now, does this not bring us back to the manner at which public office holders are appointed? Because we know that in this country, public office holders, especially ministers, are appointed based on party affiliation and party loyalty. Mostly, the ruling party gets to appoint people loyal to the party, party members, and all of that. Meanwhile, there has been calls that ministers and other public office holders should be appointed based on merit. So this particular incident, now, does it not still bring us back to the issue of merit?
You see, this president appoint APC members and even not APC members.
Just one non-APC member.
But he's performing.
Just one non-APC
I'm
member.
saying, but he's performing, the FCT minister.
And
which
Nigerians are watching.
Perform. Me, I see.
1,001 reasons why.
If you enter inside the town, everywhere, this is the first time when they appoint non-party member. This is the first time since 90. Obasanjo did not appoint any ACN to this thing. Jonathan, the same thing. Buhari, the same thing. So Tinubu have created a record. What we after is that if you are performing, I go, they appoint me, I'm not performing, I should go for break. Another person should come and perform.
Don't you think it's about time that this thing should be spread? Let it be by merit, not by recommendation, not by somebody knows somebody, somebody has a good ear, somebody says a word concerning somebody and the person is appointed.
In Nigeria, if they want to appoint any other minister, if you don't have somebody, you can't go there.
So why is it
that,
so?
Well, that is, I don't know. And I'm not begging for any minister or any position, but that is how it is. As far as I'm concerned.
So should we continue like this?
No.
Because we keep seeing this. You just said it. You said the last administration was almost the same as almost all of them were. Their hands were dipped into one thing or the other.
The last administration,
and even the administration before then, we keep seeing that. So should we continue in this path?
No. What we're supposed to do is that, as the president is doing, is good. Any other person committed an offense, and you hear something, let the person, even if you don't want to resign, suspend him, let him face the investigation. If they find him guilty, fine. If they don't find him guilty, fine. And the country will have more to say. But by the time somebody is not even suspended and is still working freely, and court say they should not investigate him, that's where we have a problem.
How do you see this affecting Nigeria? Because now we have a president who is traveling around the world, meeting people, trying to woo investors into the country, and boom, we are having this this scandal that has to do with a very sensitive ministry.
The point is, when a minister is, when the president is going around, is to make the people to come back, and and that is why he appoints the ministers. The minister he appoints is to assist him. He cannot be a minister, be a president. So those ministers are to supervise the ministry and make sure they do the perform of the Democrats, where people will have relief from the president and press the president, not to say this president is the worst president, at least take him as one of the most best president. Because by the time they have poor people, they have the relief. The purpose, you promise them water, road, security, health, all those things matter has been done. Because if you don't do this thing, what will you, if you come back, what will you campaign with?
You can campaign with, people campaign with audio projects.
When you, we've
seen it happen in this country.
Most of the, this is, look, even in most of the governors, when you see them in TV making noise, if you go to the state, it is not what you will see in the ground.
That's exactly what I just said.
Yes, you can't see it in the ground. So, the minister, when she was appearing for TV, we expected we will see, we don't expect this thing will come from her.
Why?
Because we always see her in the TV. Telling people what to do. We don't know something is wrong somewhere.
Aisha is not because she's beautiful.
Of course, even the former minister is the same thing. You will see them in TV all the time, including former minister transport Amici, who tell us that there's a coaches in China after COVID-19. After now, we don't see the coaches. They will make road from Kano to Maradi. We don't know, the road not even move to Mkura.
My question was, do you see this incident affecting the moves the president is making into ensuring that investors come back to Nigeria?
No, it has nothing to do with the investor. Hence, yes, you commit offense and they punish you directly. They suspend you, investigate you, and if you have anything to prove, they prove it. So investors are coming to invest on their private individual, mind you. They are not under government. They are coming to invest their own. So and we have commerce and industry minister. They are not coming under humanitarian ministry. So
no.
They are coming based
but this
on
is
the
integrity. It has to do with integrity.
They don't have anything. You cannot say all the people who they are coming to me, they don't have integrity. For now, is a suspect. Until one it is proved guilty first before we'll go anything. And the investors, they are welcome. We are welcome them to come to Nigeria and invest. They are free to invest. And we have a president who will not give gap. Any other thing happen to them. You can see at the consumer, the director of Federal Commission of Consumer, they removed him yesterday too. That one is not even suspension, sack.
But me, I'm not happy though. Because why should this start with my gender?
Well, the point is, all this in the gender started. The disaster is a woman. The other one is a woman too. So I think maybe women have few say what you expect them as a mother. It is not possible. They want to mother to their house and their kids, not mother to everybody. Because why they are putting women there, we feel they have sympathy more than I as a male. But we understand that it is not true. It's not true now. With this money, they are accusing, whom do they give to the money? While they are a mother.
She will answer to that.
Yes, the two of them will answer. They will know where we stand. Yeah, that's why.
So at the end of the day, it's possible that she'll come out of all this smelling like roses and get her job back.
No, if you come out, you have to relax first. You cannot just come out with this allegation.
No, what I mean is that if she is exonerated,
even if she go court says she is not true for now, she have to relax.
Why?
How can somebody, you just come for 6 months, they accuse you of this and you are coming back? Even Nigeria man will not be accused.
You said accuse, so she didn't
When they
take
accuse you of this thing, before they point finger for you, something is wrong somewhere. You have to relax, madam. Tell your sister you are relaxing. Women are to palm. You know, we'll give them that office again.
So are you saying the office, the ministry should not be given to a woman?
Is retire now. There's something when they call retire. Retire women from that office.
No.
They fail woefully now. You people fail. You people fail woefully, so you can't go back to that office. That office will go back for male again. No, men will take that office. Women don't fail now. Women gender. Gender,
like
billion gender.
When we started this discussion, I told you, I said this could be a setup from your gender.
We said the first person. We said the second person.
It could be a setup from your gender. That is why all these things are happening.
Madam, you are defending the person. Okay, we said the first person. The former minister, we said the second person again. All for men just to say them. That's what women used to say.
Well, that's on a lighter. That's on a lighter now. But now moving forward, what should public office holders do?
The public office, any public, you are holding the office, you have two things. First, you have a family, you have a children. You must prove yourself that after you leave, your son must not call, say, my father was a minister, your father is a minister, and this is what happened when he left. Let it be integrity first. This life, nothing is there. Show that you are a human being. Show that if people see you anywhere, you don't fear anywhere, you can go anywhere, you can sit anywhere. As long as you can run away from a community, which means you don't have integrity. And repetition is the best thing to live in anywhere in the world. If you don't have repetition, how can you make type of life? In fact, when I see this in here, the thing pains me in my mind. Say, how? Because I hold different type of office. No office I hold apologies. I even address the soldiers. They tell you, I am going today and I don't hold anybody apology. If I hold your apology, tell me. Simple. There's no way you will just do a job, a federal government job, and then at the end of the day you have indictment. I mean, and the since from this 99 to date, when we come for democracy, I'm telling you, the ministers, most of them, in fact, we have advised the president, I want to put it even in memo, they should put private audit, all the ministry. Let them audit their expensive, what they spend, and where do they spend the money, so that we will go forward. This money we want to borrow is with some community, with people who hold that position. Honorable Minister, yes, our money is in your pocket. Why will we are suffering? What type of business is that one?
So that's your advice for them?
Yeah, I don't put a map for him. I will give it to me, President. Luckily, I can see him one in one, no intro.
All right, thank you very much, Garus Gololo. We have been talking about the suspension of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Ministry and Poverty Alleviation. It is a sad situation, actually, because she is just into the office about 6 months, and this is happening. 585 million, which she, according to a leaked memo, that she ordered the Accountant General of the Federation to pay into a private account, and which is against public service ethics. You are not supposed to do that. This is public funds. It shouldn't be transferred to a private account. And the action taken by the president has been applauded, and people are still loading it, and people are expecting to see more, because he is actually walking the talk, because he warned them initially that anybody who does anything that he is not supposed to do, he is going to get the big stick. Thank you very much for being part of the program.
Thank you very much to have me, and women have failed.
At this point, we will be taking a break, and when we return, please stay tuned.